Hello there. Welcome to the official podcast, a show that we've been doing for, I don't know, a little bit now, maybe a couple days. So thank you for tuning in on this rocky ship of a show sailing off into the foreign seas of the internet. We have your captain, myself, Andrew. We have first mate Kaya. We've got busboy Jackson. And as you all know, the roughest, toughest sailor to ever tumble the seven seas, Mr. Kraken Swallower, Charlie. And today we're going to discuss...
That's fucking lame. Why'd you give him the coolest one? He always gets the coolest one.
Have you seen him swallow that fucking Kraken? Yeah. What mighty beasts have you killed over the seas, Jackson?
The dishes as head busboy.
Shit, he's got a point. That's a really big job. All right, you've been promoted to first mate.
What are you gonna do if I stop? What are you gonna do if I stop doing my job? Huh?
He's got a good point. Kaya, you're out. Jackson is now first mate.
Okay.
Kaya, you can be the guy in the crow's nest who, if we hit a rock too hard, falls out and dies.
Doesn't see it coming.
That sound good to you? Exactly. So does anyone want to start us out?
Well, you were the captain. I figured you'd not only steer the ship, but steer the conversation in a good direction. Did you come with a topic?
See, I came with one, but I thought it'd be like a more mellow kind of cool down topic. I don't know how long we'll be able to talk on it, but I can use it to start. That's perfectly fine. Boys, I have a question. What the fuck is wrong with Simon Cowell's face?
How was that a mellow conversation starter?
I don't know. I imagine him saving that in his back pocket when the conversation dies down.
What do you mean? What's wrong with his face? It stayed like exactly the same, hasn't it?
No, you haven't seen it? It's horrifying. He looks like a fucking Frankenstein monster. His face is slightly melting off.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you haven't seen this? Holy
happened?
shit! Yeah, Simon Cowell went to an awards show lately. For those of you who I don't know, all three of you don't remember, he's the mean British judge on American Idol. And apparently he had botched Botox or facial surgery or something because his face legitimately looks like it's slowly melting. It's horrifying.
You know what it is? As the views of America's Got Talent started draining, the life force out of his face did as well. He's just deflating. That is horrifying.
Yeah, it's terrifying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
He
embarrassing.
looks so happy still.
Yeah, they're crediting this new look to a vegan diet.
Exactly. That's the other part. He mentioned that he was going to go eat vegan to lose weight, and apparently he has, but at the same time, a lot of news outlets are saying that's why his face got fucked up. I don't know if that's a cover-up or they're just trying to get clickbait or what.
I don't know, maybe just take down veganism or something. That's a horrible endorsement for it if it makes your face look like this. Like his eyebrow ridges are literally collapsing on his eyes like a bad Dark Souls creative character.
He is 60 though. Does he look good for 60 to you guys? He still looks good as like a 60-year-old.
See, that's
for sure.
the thing.
Yeah.
His pre-droopy surgery, I thought he looked fine for a 60-year-old. I don't know why he got procedures. He looked all right.
Just age gracefully. This looks goofy. He looks worse than if he looked old.
He looks like he's trying to be. He looks like he's trying to be smug at all times, but he has facial paralysis, so it's not coming out right.
Does he still do the show?
I'm not sure, actually. I think he left a while back.
No, he still
Because
does.
of his face?
He still does a bunch of different shows, yeah. I see him occasionally on like pop-ups.
You know those street caricature artists that'll draw you for like $5? Did he get one of them to do the surgery? I don't know what else would explain this or how he could possibly fuck it up this hard. He has money. He can hire the good people.
He went to Venice Beach. He got a caricature of himself, and he took it to the surgery and said, I want to look like this. And they did a stellar job.
Why do people keep going back? Well, like in Hollywood, why do people keep doing these procedures and stuff when nearly every one of them ends up poorly?
Because it might not be poorly to them. Maybe Simon Cowell loves his new face melting look. Fucking melted butter.
I suppose. He does look happy.
Also, they're idiots.
I can't tell.
He looks dead inside to me.
Half of his lower half of his face looks happy at least.
He looks like they injected Neanderthal DNA straight into his body.
Yeah.
He's gone from Simon Cowell to Suman Krung.
The dentures look weird. Everything about it is just so off.
It's
Poor man.
off-putting. So someone pointed out as I was reading into this that if you look at his jawline, he has a more defined chin. So what the theory is that he got a facelift and they pulled it all back towards his ears. But as that got fucked up or kind of sat and aged, it just also fucked up pulling on his eyes. So that's why it looks like he's now squinting a little bit at all times. Like, it's so fucked up. I love it.
Maybe I only see like the same 2 pictures of him, so maybe it's just those 2 pictures, and maybe it looks normal outside of that.
That might actually be true.
Though,
I don't know.
If that were
Nothing
the case,
about it
I don't
looks
think
normal.
the very first headline when you Google Simon Cowell is "Stop making fun of Simon Cowell's face."
I was just
By Simon Cowell.
Yeah,
I was just reading
Pay
that
for
one.
it.
A celebrity having surgery doesn't give you permission to make fun of their appearance. Guess what, Ellen
Yes,
Scott,
it
you dummy?
does.
I don't need your permission. God, this whole article is such a buzzkill. It just says, you're not supposed to make fun of people, it's mean.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about par for the course, I would assume. I would assume there would be an article like
God,
that out
this is
there
such a-
somewhere.
Of course.
Dumb article, isn't this? While we've come so far in embracing natural beauty and accepting flaws, we still think it's okay to be incredibly cruel about someone's face if they've had any cosmetic treatments. We still find it hilarious when someone takes their surgery too far or it goes wrong. Yeah, so we think it's wrong, not me personally, but most people think it's wrong to make fun of somebody for something they can't help, which is the face that they're born with. But if you get surgery, now you've done it to yourself. That's your doing. It's no different than getting fat, eating all the pizzas and getting fat, or going to a back alley Hollywood surgeon who suspiciously looks like a caricature artist and giving them a scalpel and some Botox.
Do you guys remember the Igor and Grichka Bogdanov?
Yes,
Are they the twins with the
Bogdanovs.
giant faces?
Oh god, yeah. They both look like they got attacked by bees and had an allergic reaction forever.
They both look like handsome Squidward from that SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he got hit
I just
with
look
a
up
mallet.
plastic surgery twins.
Yeah, that's
I find
ahead.
it so incredible, like just this level of plastic surgery.
oh
It's
yeah.
nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
See, on Kaya's point though, the key word is cosmetic surgery. If Simon Cowell like had a railroad spike taken to his face and he had to get surgery to put it back together, none of us would make fun of him. That he would need to, he might look a
I
little
would.
fucked up. Well, you
Come
could.
on, no, don't use
that'd
that
be
as a
mean,
sorry
though.
excuse or a... Yeah, it would be mean, but that doesn't mean it's not funny if you make a funny joke about it. I don't think anything
That's
should be
true.
beyond.
Plus, he's a rich celebrity that still gets laid more than any of us.
He's a rich
combined.
All right, let
celebrity
me-
whose job
all
it
right,
is
let
to
me-
be
let
an
me
asshole
rephrase
on
it.
TV, but the moment somebody
Yeah.
points the finger at him, we're the assholes. Nah, fuck him.
Let me rephrase it then. It's even funnier that it's cosmetic surgery. Is that better? That fit a little
Yeah.
better?
Yeah.
Why are you looking for Kaya's acceptance?
Because I love him so
people,
much,
Andrew.
and one day he'll carry me off this show to our wedding chapel. That's all I need. But
Who are
only
some
if
other
you-
really good examples of botched plastic surgery? Because there's also like the Ken doll in real life. There's also that lady who had like 400 cosmetic surgeries to look like Barbie and stuff. Can you guys think of any
There's-
other like really big ones?
There's that guy in Taiwan, either Taiwan or the Philippines, who got surgery to look like Superman. I know that one. Have you seen that guy?
I don't think so, but I typed in Superman and the first thing is Superman Taiwanese drama.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah,
No,
this looks more like a TV show.
There's some dude in an Asian country who got like face and chin surgery to look more like Superman because he's obsessed with Superman. There's some pretty radical ones out there if you look. There's also those
there's the
people who
cat
get
lady.
surgery to, the cat lady, the lizard man, all that shit.
Fuck.
Well, there's people that get like, what do you call them? The prosthetic horns and shit to look more like Satan. I've
Yeah,
seen
but
some of
that's,
those.
that is
Yeah.
pedestrian.
Like
We're
tails.
You
talking
can also
about...
get bumps in your arm, like scales, as
No,
well.
you guys are talking street level now. We're talking about famous fucks.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
more of like a body modification with
Those-
the horns and scales.
There's a fucking loser emos who just had a little bit too much money and time. Not actual
Right.
famous people who could get literally anything done and they decide to fuck up their
Oh.
own faces.
Boys, we're forgetting probably the biggest example in history, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't forget, yeah.
What? That was all natural.
Yeah, that totally happened naturally.
You guys remember
Let
when
me
he got
tell
that child molestation surgery? That was awkward.
He's slowly turning into like Voldemort or something.
I feel so bad for him sometimes, man. Like, put aside all the fucking scandal and fucked up shit he may have done, whatever. The fact that he was so handsome and so attractive, and then just because of his bad self-image and all that shit, he turned himself into that thing.
Well, the
When did
Bogdanov
that
twins were
happen?
models. They were like
Yeah.
actual models, and then they did all that shit to themselves, and now they're even better looking.
When did the transition from like sweet innocent child to grotesque monster happen with Michael Jackson though? Because I feel like it all happened rather quickly.
When he started touching them.
Huh?
He gained their powers, and that's what you look like when you're a super pedophile.
If I remember correctly, I think it was like the late '90s because his vitiligo was getting more noticeable. So then he made surgery to just completely change the pigment or something. I'm going purely off memory, so it might be totally wrong though.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any pictures in between when he was like a sweet innocent like child with the afro, and then like the pale noseless musician.
If you look in his career when he was pumping out his biggest albums like Thriller and all that shit, he was incredibly attractive. He was just a light-skinned black man with a very like handsome look. But
What
then
are
all
you
of a sudden,
implying? Could he
I'd
not have
absolutely
been a
fuck
dark-skinned black man in Tansen?
yeah, he was a white guy just doing really good blackface the whole time. That'd be the genius con of the year. You'd be impressed.
It would be
But
pretty
yeah,
fucking
I
funny.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know when that happened because growing up as a kid, I mean, obviously Michael Jackson's popularity was before any of our time. So growing up, I think all of us just saw him as what he became, not really what he was.
Yeah. I do feel sorry for him. Imagine being pushed into that kind of limelight when you were like, how old was he when the Jackson 5 was around? Like 6?
Oh yeah, he was the
was-
youngest.
He was super young. And then that's the only life you know. But also, so much money.
Yeah.
A lot
Just
of
so
money.
much money.
Way too much money. When your house is called Ranch, and his is called Neverland Ranch, I think you have enough money. You're
What a
good.
fucking creep. Imagine having a theme park for children in your own home and it's like called the Bouncy Castle on Daddy's lap or some shit. Charlie's Chocolate Factory, little kid, you won the golden ticket to the master bedroom. Here's the consent form for Mommy and Daddy with these $10,000 bills here. Piece of shit, I'm glad he's dead.
It is pretty fucking creepy. Are there any other botched surgeries that you guys can think of?
Those are the ones off the top of my head.
'Cause
The
then that's-
Bogdanovs are the ones that always come to mind.
That's my question. Do any of you guys think that in the future you'll get desperate enough to preserve your looks or something and get radical surgeries like that?
No. And that's not at the
be
top
too
of my head.
scared.
I think about this almost every single day, and it's always a radical no. Because I look at the mirror every day and I notice some other thing that makes me look old is gray hair. Another gray hair every single day. I can't imagine myself even dyeing my hair. That's so embarrassing. Come on. Just take it gracefully. You're gonna get old and you're gonna die. Look the part. There's no shame in it.
Why is dyeing your hair embarrassing? I'm confused on that one.
No, not just... That's as an example of people being ashamed of how old they look. You shouldn't be. Everyone gets old.
Yeah.
You're gonna get old. You're gonna die. You don't need to lie under the knife, potentially fucking things up like this, let alone all the other health complications that I assume come with some of these surgeries.
I just don't put dyeing your hair on the same level as like cutting up your face and like and
I
like,
meant for
removing
myself.
wrinkles and stuff.
I needed some
Okay.
example for myself that even I wouldn't bother with, which includes just going to the grocery store and buying dye. I don't want to be that guy who's 55, but he still has a full head of hair. Somehow it looks like a wig, and it's all black. There's not a single gray hair. Yeah, you'd be the fucking creep still hanging out at discos and bars, chatting up sorority girls. Come on, don't be that man.
When you said your
What do
your
you
head of
see
hair-
yourself being then, Kaya? Because you always struck me as the kind of guy that would respect a man that goes out and plows the sorority girls when he's in his late 40s, early 50s, or whatever.
Not if
No, he
he's
wants
the
to be the
weird
one doing that,
guy.
though.
No, not if he's the weird. You all know what guy I'm talking about. You remember that one night we went to the club or something, Charlie, and there was that guy right there sitting on a table.
We love that guy though. He's a legend.
That's his name is literally McDitton's Legend. He has his own brand called The Legend, and it's just him at McDitton's with his face on it.
Does he get fucked a whole lot? Does he like pick up?
No, I actually had a conversation with him. He is a small business owner in the area, and he has never really gotten laid from that. But he loves doing it because it's his fun night out.
Yeah, he's there every Friday.
Yep.
So every other night he's extremely lonely or something. That's the only day he looks forward to.
I really don't know, but that's what he said. He said he doesn't really get laid from it. He just does it for himself, and it's fun.
Oh, that's made me feel a bit sad.
Nah,
He's
it's,
happy.
It's cute. It's uplifting.
He's happy for 3 hours out of every week.
He replenishes his bank, looking at all the young chicks, and he goes home.
Yeah, it's the
I didn't
best
see
3
how
hours
old
of
was
his
he?
life.
He's in his late 40s, but he looks a lot rougher. I'm pretty sure it's
Oh,
probably
wait, he's only in his
meth or
40s?
something. Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought he was like 65.
No, he's in his late 40s. Or not even
So
late
we-
40s. I think it's mid 40s.
We should specify this is a guy that like hangs around one of your local bars and tries to pick up chicks, and he's like a 45-year-old that looks 60.
It's not really he tries to pick up chicks. He does like the most intense dance moves you'll ever see, where he like grabs the back of the dance floor, like where there's a little bar, because it looks like not like a stripper pole bar, but like a wooden bar that kind of keeps the dance floor together. He'll grab that and then start throwing his hips straight up in the air as he slowly goes down the pole. Kind of like what you'd see at a strip club, but done by an old man and on a lonely dance floor.
Even if
So
no
maybe
one
it's
else
less
is
about
dancing.
picking up and more about dancing. Maybe he's just
like I said, I don't
a
think he's-
dancer in an old man's body.
I don't think he's there to pick up girls.
He can only dance in the presence of hot young women.
Yeah.
It
I've
gets
seen
him
that condition
energized.
before.
But yeah, he'll do it even if no one else is dancing. Even if there's no music playing, he's probably doing it. It's impressive how dedicated
He's
he
having
is.
fun though. But now, Kaya, if that guy wasn't, well, looking the way he does, unfortunate and all that, and picking up girls at that age, would you have respect for him, or would you still look at him as a loser?
No, neither one. I mean, it's not about him picking up women. What the fuck am I gonna do? Tell some consenting 18-year-old she can't do something? That's none of my business. But I'm just saying, me personally, when I'm his age, be it 40 or 60, I'm not getting Botox injections and looking like a fucking clown without wrinkles. It doesn't look natural.
For 18-year-olds?
Is that a real question? What do you think is gonna happen? I'm gonna turn them down. If by some miracle they throw themselves at me, I'm gonna be like, no, young lady, this isn't right. You are too young and hot.
No, but what I'm saying is, why wouldn't you want to give yourself the best possible chance then by at least presenting yourself in an
It isn't the best
attractive way?
possible chance.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think
agree.
those
Have you
Cougar
seen Simon
brothers?
Cowell?
Yeah,
No, you're talking about an extreme. I'm just talking about like grooming yourself, like you said, dyeing your
grooming
hair.
is good.
I don't-
Grooming is way different than getting Botox or dyeing your hair into unnatural colors.
Well, maintaining your body, just like using lotions to like ease up on the wrinkles or whatever.
Yeah,
that's
you can
not
use lotions.
extreme.
Yeah, use lotions.
But
Use perfume.
you're saying
if you
you'd
like.
feel.
He's
I
talking
thought-
about extremes. He doesn't want like surgery or like permanent dyes to his hair.
Well, that's where I'm getting confused though. Dye doesn't seem that extreme to me.
It looks
Dye's super
extreme when
I
you
think
are.
dye's extreme.
It looks extreme when you're 50 and you still have perfectly shaded hair instead of a gray hair anywhere out of place. It doesn't look real.
I suppose, but that's
You look like a Ken
that's
doll.
when you just use a little bit of dye to put in a little bit of gray in some places. You gotta sculpt yourself in the perfect way.
I mean, I'll feel like such a dummy then if I had to first remove all signs of aging from my hair and then dabble in Photoshop gray hairs into my hair.
By the end of it,
It's
you
all
come
about
out looking like
presenting yourself in
handsome
the way you
Jack.
want.
Hi, ma'am. I'll be your date for this evening. Instead of looking at me, can you look at this Photoshop picture of me? It'll make me feel better.
There's no hard line. I'm sure there's a very gradual. What's that guy's name? The handsome dude from Ocean's 11. I'm blanking.
Brad Pitt.
No, about him too, but the other guy, the older
George
one.
Clooney. George
Clooney,
yeah.
right. There's aging
Yeah.
like him where he looks genuinely good and it looks like he hasn't had anything done. He has that salt and pepper hair, handsome man. And then there is, imagine him with completely black hair, but he's still the same age or completely blonde or whatever. And he doesn't have wrinkles on specifically only his forehead, but still under his eyes, and his eyelids are drooping like Simon Cowell. He'll look terrible. It just...
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
weird.
want that.
That's what I bring up earlier on Simon Cowell. I don't know why he did it. I think he looked fine for his age. I mean, he looked older, but he wasn't
I imagine it's a case of when you're constantly in the public eye, your flaws are exacerbated because you're always reading them online and stuff, and you're just desperate to fix it.
See, and that just makes me want to laugh even more at him because he's a man known for picking out people's flaws and harping on them. Out of all people, you would expect Simon Cowell to not give a shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What a dumb article. Hey, don't make fun of this guy whose profession is to make fun of people. He literally plays the part of the guy who makes extra lots of fun of people on a show that makes fun of people. He gets paid to be an asshole. I can't be an asshole for free just for my own amusement. Come on. Simon Cowell, you look like a fucking melting clown.
Is George Clooney going on our top 10 list of the most attractive current male Hollywood stars? Is he in the top 10 list?
For his age, I'd probably put him at number 1, honestly, for how old he is.
No, I'm just talking across the board. Just we need a consolidated list of the 10 most attractive men in Hollywood. Do you think he makes the list?
He's good looking. I don't know if he's top 10 because there's a lot of younger, more fit guys out there.
I'm just going to write it down just in case.
We can all agree that,
You're saying we should rate them at their prime.
No, I'm...
Yeah, that's a good point. Is it in their prime or is it right now?
That is a good point. Well,
let's just take in their prime. I think that's fair. That's what most of us remember them from their primetime movies.
I mean, he looks... This is pretty good how he looks right now, though. Is he better in his prime, or is this his prime?
Oh,
See,
no,
that's
he was
a good
much
question.
better when he had some black hair still.
But that's a good question, because a lot of people say that George Clooney, the fact that he looks so good for how old he is, adds even more sex appeal to him.
All right. Well, regardless, for this list, we'll say it's when they're in their prime. So at their peak, would George Clooney make the top 10 of most attractive men in Hollywood of all time?
I think
You don't think so?
I really don't.
No, probably not. I mean, you also have to factor in that for most women, they also want, like, athletic or fit. And he's not really that. You have a whole slew of either muscle men or like 6-pack ab guys out there to consider. So
you think the big like Dwayne the Rock Johnson? Do you think he would be in the top 10?
That's a good question because I think
that's
Dwayne
a hard one. Maybe
he's less sexy and more like a man's man. Like he more appeals to other guys because they're like, I want to be as ripped as Rock.
You're changing all the parameters now. We were talking about faces only. Now you're bringing muscle mass and all that sort of stuff into it.
Well, when we're talking about a top 10 list of the most attractive men, you've got to appreciate the whole package.
Why don't we just put the whole list to bed and say no one will ever be better looking than Henry Cavill?
I was gonna say John Hamm is also really good looking. He's in the same category as Henry. They could be brothers.
I would say Henry and John Hamm are top 10 for sure, but I don't know if they're number 1.
I can't even imagine a man that looks more like a man than Henry Cavill. Like, it's nuts. When God created men in his image, that's what he was going for.
If you want that to be your number 1, I will support that all the way, though. I could get behind Henry Cavill if I had to.
We're putting Henry Cavill at number 1 at the moment.
At the
That
moment.
might change.
I don't
oh my God, he's
beautiful.
36 too. He's 36.
He is.
Jesus.
That is a good looking man.
He is pretty good looking.
Yeah.
What about Leonardo DiCaprio then? That's a man that's aged with grace.
Nah. Would you guys
Not
say?
top 10?
Would you guys say that Keanu Reeves is in there with his current look?
No, hell no. Hell
You don't
no.
think so?
Fuck no. Are you kidding me? No
He's
way.
cute.
I think he's
Not even
got
close.
Yeah, he's got like a cute
not
badassness to him.
He's not top 10 most attractive. You're thinking too personally. You're like falling in love with his personality. We're talking attractivity. The
right.
core body. What makes him a man?
I'm
No, I
attracted
don't
to a
think he
man's
makes the top 20.
personality too.
No.
Oh, I got a good one then. Okay, I got a better one then. Christian Bale. That man is amazingly attractive.
Hell no.
No,
Really?
No, I don't. I veto that one. I don't
Oh
want to
man,
choose.
I think he's super handsome, both in like face and his body. I think
He looks like a
nails it.
transmorgified mosquito.
You know, I guess with such a specific reference, I have no defense.
You just lost here.
Ryan Gosling?
No.
Yes, 100%.
I think he's definitely on the top 10 list.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
I think he's downright ugly. I think he's not great, but he's not
I don't
ugly.
think he's downright ugly. It's just his eyes are smushed together in the middle. They're lopsided and smushed in the middle. He looks like, I don't know, man. He looks like a cartoon character to me.
Maybe we have no idea what we're talking about though. Ladies listening at home,
no shit.
give us your feedback at some point, or gay men, or
All 4%
anyone
of you.
attracted to women. Yeah, anyone attracted to men. Unironically, listening to this show, give us your feedback at some point. We want to know who
I
you
can
think.
give you. I think I can give you like an objective top 3 though. Obviously Henry Cavill, obviously
Yes.
Brad
Okay.
Pitt, but then I've also
Yes.
got the wild card coming in with a Chris Hemsworth. Pretty basic, but it's hard to beat.
I think Chris Hemsworth is.
you know
yeah.
what? I would absolutely say Chris Hemsworth is
Yeah.
on the list. Maybe not 3,
It's hardly a wild
but
card.
yeah, he'd definitely make the list.
Just fucking pick Thor.
You know what's no, you know what's fucking funny?
It's not. That's
Charlie,
not
now
an
that you've-
underdog, Charlie.
It is.
Charlie, now that you've
superhero
ordered
movies
it-
are new.
No. Now that you've ordered it, I think I completely agree with your top 3. Actually,
Yeah.
If we had to pull
Henry Cavill, Brad Pitt. That's why I think we should
Yeah,
discuss this
and
more. We're just
Chris
going.
Hemsworth.
There might be some hidden gems in there. Some that may not be in.
What, the Mark
recent movies.
Ruffalos? You're gonna fight for?
Well, actually, no. Going on that, Robert Downey Jr. was a real big one for a long time too.
He was
he makes
huge.
the
I know.
list.
I
They
personally
thought he was
can
super
count.
handsome.
I can count on one hand still the women in my life that are really into Jason Momoa. Now you're getting off into the weeds.
Oh, Jason
Oh,
Momoa
Jason
absolutely
Momoa,
makes
yeah.
the list. He absolutely makes the list. I'm writing down the list on the side here.
What about
Jackson to go jerk off later.
what about Jason Statham?
No.
No, too hard.
He's
too
a-
hard.
He's hot in a bad boy way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's hot in a badass way, but I guess maybe he's not that handsome overall. Okay. Fair
No,
enough.
I don't think he makes the list.
He has a really cool voice, so if he gets to talk, it probably bumps him up a few spots.
He does.
I don't
and
think-
unfortunately, it's such a hindrance to him too. It's like a handicap because no matter what movie he's in, he's always just Jason Statham.
Yeah. Also true.
Ooh, Idris Elba. I think he makes the list.
Oh, Alpha's up there for sure.
I don't know.
Trying to think of all the
I think
handsome
he'd be on
men.
the list.
I think
I
so,
don't think
too.
Robert Downey. No, I don't think Robert Downey Jr. makes the list. He's not cut out for it.
He just doesn't have what it takes.
Yeah, he's never been a. Oh wait, yeah, he is.
Oh, wait. Okay, that's a really good one. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I was about to say that, but I kept getting cut off.
I
He's
feel-
Which one is that?
He's like above number 1. He's S rank.
Oh,
I
see,
think
so
he's
Jake
aged poorly though,
Gyllenhaal.
hasn't he? Oh,
So
no,
Jake
you're right.
Gyllenhaal looks like what Ryan Gosling should look like if you didn't Photoshop his face to look smaller.
Yeah.
It's like the taller, handsomer brother.
Do you think Jake Gyllenhaal looked better when he was younger as
Nah.
opposed to now?
I think he looks better.
No, he
older.
looks
Yeah,
so fucking
especially
good now.
with a beard, he looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I got. Speaking on that though, I have that one of that same kind of look. Jared Leto.
I don't think so. That guy's a fucking weirdo.
He is, but look at him physically. I think physically he's very attractive.
Put aside your differences and masturbate to his look.
I hate him, but it gets the job done. No, I mean, if we're
I don't think
only
he looks
talking
good
looks,
either.
right? We're only talking looks.
Yeah, we are only talking looks.
Yeah,
We
I don't
are.
think he looks
Yeah.
that good. Though. I
And
think
Jared
he looks-
Leto is absolutely not on there.
Really?
No,
I
he
think
looks like a
okay.
disheveled cult leader.
That's exactly what I find attractive about him.
Oh, so then you're not even going by looks. You're going by you like cults.
Hugh Jackman?
You just fucking Sigmund Freuded me. You found the
Jack-
connection.
Hugh Jackman's pretty nice.
Hugh Jackman is
I would
pretty
say I would say in his peak he would make it on the list. Yeah.
nice. He
Oh,
still
when he's
looks
in-
pretty all right.
When he's in First Class or whatever that movie was and he's flexing in the hotel room. Yeah.
Yeah, that got the job done. I don't know what scene you're talking about.
Oh, what about Chris Evans when he's holding the helicopter to the pad and he's in the perfect form, holding his muscles out?
No,
That one particular
Chris,
scene.
Chris Evans for those 7 seconds, and that's it.
Yeah, I think he makes the list just for that.
No. Oh boy.
All right,
And
so our
that's
current
seven-
list Can I just go over the?
You wrote a list.
I said I was. I want to come up with the absolute pinnacle, most attractive men. We can do women eventually if you want to fucking make this fair.
You want to know what
But
the
Henry
Why would we
Cavill-
appeal
You
to
wanna know
the
what the really sad
95%
thing
as
is?
opposed to the 5?
I can't name as many hot women actresses as men.
That's not sad. That's fucking awesome, dude.
All right. So what's
Yeah,
the list?
Henry Cavill, Brad Pitt, Jake Gyllenhaal, Chris Hemsworth, George Clooney, Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa, Idris Elba,
Henry Cavill
Hugh
twice.
Jackman. What did I?
Henry Cavill wins. We have a winner. He's on there twice.
All right, so that's 8. That's 8 individuals. Can we find 2 more, and then we'll start ranking them?
Yeah, how about I don't know. I don't personally find Daniel Craig that good to be in the top 10, but he's definitely he has a I don't know, he has something about him that screams attractive man, but it's not those ears, or I don't know what it is.
Oh, what about who's that young dude who does like comedies now?
Me?
He's no.
Bo Burnham.
No. He's that younger dude who does like action comedies. More so, what the fuck is his name? Oh god. Fuck, he was in.
Can you name a movie?
He was yeah.
Name a movie.
He was in that movie where the frat boys move in next door to the married
Zac
couple.
Efron?
Oh, yeah, Zac
Zac
Efron.
Efron.
Zac Efron. That's who I was talking of.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
give you that.
that's who I was thinking of.
He's also
Yeah, he's
around
good.
my
He's
height,
gonna
so he's
make
up
the
there.
list.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the list.
Yeah, I
Just
think
played,
Zac Efron 100%.
He played Jeffrey Dahmer, one of them killers, right?
Yeah, that was the last thing I saw him in though, but I knew his face, not his name.
What did he do most recently? Which serial killer was that?
It was Dahmer, I thought. Or Ted Bundy. It's Ted Bundy.
Ah, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. How about Ted Bundy, you guys?
He did have a pretty good count.
He did have groupies. Technically, that qualifies him.
He still has groupies.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of them
after
was on
that
a meltdown on Twitter earlier.
after that show had to get real big, they had to start putting out like social media warnings going, "Do not fall in love with this man. He's done horrible things such as," and then they would list off his crimes.
Well, the actor
Yeah,
hasn't.
there was a Ted Bundy stan that recently had her tweet go viral because she just kept saying electric chair is a slur.
Wait, do you have
Awesome.
the tweet? I want to know what it said.
It just, I mean, I can link it to you, but it just says the E word is a slur, E word is a slur, and it's about the electric chair.
Oh my god. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, Ted Bundy stans are wild.
All of those murder, like, what do you call them? Serial killer stands are weird. Really
Dude,
creeps
you
me
guys
out.
have no idea how big that sector is. The whole crime and true
I
crime
can
shit.
imagine.
True crime podcasts have such a rabid following of women who just
It's
drink
unreal.
wine and listen to these fucked up stories about serial killers who often go around skinning women alive and eating them. And they're into
Yeah.
it, and I don't get what it is.
Apparently, according to Twitter, there is now a bunch of fighting between Charles Manson stands and Ted Bundy stands.
Charles Manson, I
Who
never
win?
really got it because he was never really a good looking guy.
Yeah, but
He was a cult leader. Though.
exactly. He was a cult leader, Charlie. You underestimate how sexy cult leaders are. We talked
I
about
guess
this.
so. I guess I haven't factored in that X factor.
He does command a lot of power. Well, he's
Oh,
dead
yeah.
now, but he died married, I think.
He did not. He did not.
Did he not? I
died
thought he
doing
married
something.
in prison.
He did a couple times, but I don't think he died still married to one of them.
Okay. How about that guy in the latest Hideo Kojimoto or whatever video game with the babies in the vat?
Mads Mikkelsen.
No, the other guy.
Reedus?
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh no.
No.
I think Matt Mikkelsen looks cool as
Chad-
shit, but he's just disqualified by default because he doesn't have eyebrows. It looks weird as hell. You know, I couldn't put my finger on that for the longest time. Like, I love him, I love his acting, I
Well,
love
let me have a
Hannibal.
look.
And I kept saying, like, something is off about his face, and it took my girlfriend to tell me he doesn't have eyebrows, Kaya. That's what's off about his face.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit, you're right.
What the fuck?
You guys didn't notice either?
No.
No, it looks like he does have them. They're just very close.
No,
like,
he doesn't.
They're
He
below
doesn't.
his brow.
Wow.
There's no eyebrows here at all. What the fuck?
It's
never
very
noticed
peach
that.
fuzzy.
What the shit?
Just blew the
That's
case
not
wide
okay.
open.
Yeah, that's not even
wait.
fair. This guy would be stupid good looking if he just had eyebrows.
What
It's like God put like a nerf on him.
Yeah, wait, what is that? Oh, I'm looking at the fucking shadow from his brow. That's like that's not hair. That's just a shadow.
Oh my
Let's
god.
just title this episode "One Thing You Never Knew About Mads Mikkelsen."
The truth God didn't want you to know about.
And then in
Mads
parentheses,
Mikkelsen.
it will shock you when you find out.
Wait, Tom Cruise?
No,
Nah,
definitely
Tom
not
Cruise has
Cruise.
that front tooth thing.
And the nose.
Like if
But
Tom,
if he keeps his mouth shut, you don't have to look at it.
yeah, but even
True.
then, he's just. I don't think he's like super hot. He's more kind of like a fun guy. Like he'd be a cool friend, but I don't think women would fall for him.
yeah, recruiting
I'm
you
gonna put
into his
down-
cult. Here we go again with Andrew.
yeah. He,
Cultist
just, he
game
has
one.
no. Look, all I'm saying is, what plane of the Ninth Ward has he ascended to, and is playing our existence? Because
Oh,
Charles
holy
Manson
fuck,
was
you
on
know-
6.
David Beckham. He's got to be on there.
Oh, we're forgetting sports athletes entirely. That's a whole fucking
I actually,
blow open.
I don't think there's very many big, good-looking
yeah,
sports
it's only
athletes.
David Beckham. He's like he popularized like an entire style. David Beckham's got to be on there.
Yeah, he is handsome, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably have to give it to
Alright.
Beckham.
All right, let's put him on the list.
Yeah, David Beckham
so-
is actually stupidly attractive.
Anyone else? Ryan Reynolds, maybe. Nah.
Actually, can we take David Beckham off the list? Because when I Google him, one of the first things that comes up is King Arthur: Legend of the Sword. The worst movie I've ever seen.
But see, that's just how good he is. That's how attractive he is. Even that movie doesn't ruin him.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Channing Tatum, no.
We're not counting. We're only counting the living ones, right?
Yeah. Otherwise,
Well, we're saying when they're at their peak, so it could include dead ones, I suppose.
I know Marlon Brando had a lot of groupies in his time.
All right, let me have a look.
Google young
Jackson's
Marlon
the
Brando.
expert.
Marlon.
Yeah, but the
Brando.
thing is,
keep coming up with suggestions.
the thing is, everyone had groupies in their day. Mel Gibson had tons of groupies in his day.
Yeah, but he
Yeah,
just
no,
had
I'm-
such boyish
yeah.
charm.
I'm not feeling Marlon.
Maybe this one's more coming from the heart, but what about Anthony Starr, Homelander from The Boys?
Ooh.
He is super attractive,
He
actually.
is, yeah, very. Also, the Deep. Nearly everyone on that show is very attractive.
The Deep is also super good looking.
Yeah, Billy. Even the guy who plays Billy Butcher is really attractive in his own
Yeah.
way.
That's my fucking boy
Carl
Carl
Urban.
Urban. You don't speak ill of him.
Oh,
Don't
that is
say
Carl
even.
Urban. I didn't want
That's
to
my
speak
boy.
out.
I think
he makes a
Look,
list.
look, I know it's a sin to not recognize Carl Urban, but I think it's a greater sin to call someone else Carl Urban. So I didn't want to say it without knowing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
God, I
What
fuck-
about Michael B.
fucking
Jordan?
love Carl Urban.
No,
Oh, Michael B. Jordan, yeah.
looks like he swallowed bees.
That's why he got the
such
B
a-
in the middle of his name.
His cheeks,
I think
his
Such a
cheeks are
childish
inflated.
insult.
I think
you've
you're
never
thinking of the
noticed.
wrong guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, who are you talking about?
Michael B. Jordan, who when he has his mouth closed looks like he has something in his mouth.
I don't think I've ever seen his mouth closed. He's
Yeah.
smiling in all these pictures.
He's so handsome. I'm gonna add that to the list. Zayn Malik.
Oh, my doppelganger. Yeah, put him on there.
Just put
Vetoed.
Charlie on there. He's got an audience.
Do I make the list, Jackson?
Ew.
John Hamkire.
Well, actually, let's branch
Yeah,
this off
mention
into a
some.
different discussion. How closely do I resemble Zayn Malik?
I'll
Let's have
go
a quick
take a
Google.
pee.
The guy doesn't even want to play.
I think it's almost 1-to-1.
Okay, the eyes are completely different.
I disagree.
I think hair-wise, you guys are pretty the same. Although he styles his hair way more than you do.
Well, that can change.
No, no, you're like the okay. Take the forehead and go to right where the mustache starts, and that whole area is completely different. I
disagree.
That throws it off.
Can we get the expert Jackson? What do you think? Do I look exactly like him or only super close?
I think you'd make the top 10 most attractive YouTubers.
Yeah, but we're talking about Zayn Malik.
Yeah, see, your nose structure is different. Your eyes are different. Your eyebrows are different heights. The hair is close.
Andrew said it all, Charlie. I don't even have to add anything.
Also, his mustache doesn't connect, and yours does.
No,
Very,
mine
very
doesn't. That's an
thickly.
illusion. I just let the side grow out long enough.
Charlie, during this episode, I don't want to hear buzz cuts, just buzz clippers going on in the background as you're desperately shaving the lines between your mustache.
Whispering to Tiana, make my hair look like his.
All right, Tom Hardy?
No, not at all.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, Tom Hardy has the same problem as The Rock or Dwayne Johnson, or Jesus, that's the same person, as The Rock or Terry Crews, where, like, they're a man's man. They're super cool and ripped and attractive in their own right, but they're definitely not, like, hot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy's. Yeah, him too.
You think so?
Oh, Kaya makes a compelling argument.
You think so?
Let me look him up. Oh, no.
I don't think he feels hot. He's
in
handsome,
some of
but
his
he's not, like,
shots,
hot.
depending on
Yeah.
his muck shots and what role he's playing. He looks super slimy and weird in Warrior. In Bane, he looked obviously super hot, number one.
In Bane, that's right. Not the Batman movie, in the movie Bane.
Whatever, you and your fucking anime.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, generally speaking, a good-looking guy, but
Yeah.
I don't
All
know.
right, this is my last suggestion into the mix, and then we can figure out the rankings. Justin Timberlake, does he deserve a spot?
Forget what he looks like.
At his peak, you got to think about at his peak.
Well,
though, as
at
well.
his peak, he was in NSYNC and he was like 18.
Big note, why does he look like he's always paranoid and worried someone's about to shoot him? Are you guys seeing his photos on Google?
Kaya actually has a point, yeah.
Fuck, he looks always worried.
Oh my god, he always looks like someone just said something to him and he's afraid that it'll mean something later.
Alrighty, do you guys have any last minute suggestions, or can we figure out the ranking of this top 10 list?
I can't.
Let's rank
think
it.
of
This is for all 5% female listeners out here.
Let's do it.
We're building up that audience.
You know how the girls in our classes would do this in high school and grade school and would just torture us? Now we're doing it.
Yeah, but better. This is a more accurate list.
Yeah.
This is the definitive list. This is what they're going to be referencing in high schools now. All right, so we've got Michael B. Jordan, Tom Cruise, David Beckham, Hugh Jackman, Idris Elba, Jason Momoa, George Clooney, Zac Efron, Chris Hemsworth, and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Do me a favor, copy and paste that list into our group chat so I can look at it physically. It'll help narrow it down in my brain.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
I'll put it in here as well. Did I miss anyone then?
So that's our top 10.
You stupid motherfucker. Henry Cavill's not even on there.
Yeah,
who was the other one?
No, what the fuck?
hell?
Bump the last
Sabotage.
person. Bump Michael B. Jordan for Henry.
Also, wait.
I think Michael B. Jordan.
I
Charlie,
also
what was
think
your-
Michael B. Jordan should be on there.
What was your top 3, Charlie? It was Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill,
Michael
and
B.
Put it
Yeah,
in.
the
it's,
third one?
Henry Cavill, Chris Hemsworth, and Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's not even on there.
Yeah, I deleted the top 2. Accidentally.
Why?
It was accidental. I think Brad Pitt deserves a
Jackson
Yes.
tried to
And
slide
Henry
his
Cavill.
own name in there and thought we wouldn't notice.
Yes, Brad Pitt, Henry Cavill, and Chris Hemsworth are guaranteed on there, top 10. There's no arguing
Well,
that.
how many people are there?
Well, why the fuck is Tom Cruise there? Jesus, Jackson.
Yeah,
what
get
is
rid
this
of Tom
list?
Cruise.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I was putting him there as a ringer, just in case we wanted to. All right, Tom Cruise is off the list. I've deleted him.
God.
I'm fine with that.
Jesus. All
All
right,
right,
so,
so who do we want? Who do we want at our number 10 spot?
Kaya. Okay, I thought you'd go for it.
You'd accept 10.
I'd put George Clooney at number 10. He's out of his
Yes.
prime, but still looks good. He's still on
Yeah.
there.
I can agree.
Also-
I can agree.
Kudos to
fine
him.
with
I
George Clooney.
googled him. I thought he was still somewhat young, but I googled him. Gray hair. Good for him. Not dying. not being embarrassing himself.
So
You're the one that made. You've already made that. Like that's the whole reason we started talking about this. You made the example that George Clooney has grey hair when we were talking about body
He had like
modifications.
salt and pepper hair. I didn't know it was full white now or full gray.
No, it's
gray.
like full white.
Yeah. No, it's like
Also, Jackson, we have 11 people on the list. We have to narrow it down to 10.
exactly. We'll do it right now. Like
All right.
knock someone out. Wait, okay. Who do you think should be knocked off that list then?
Tom Cruise.
We already knocked
Tom
him off.
Cruise is already off. We need another one off.
We need another one off.
Michael B. Jordan.
I'm leaning towards Jason Momoa.
I'd also lean towards Jason Momoa, to be honest.
What about Idris Elba?
You're gonna get
though?
a lot of pushback from the 2.5 women listening to this. I can tell you that much. They love Jason. I get why.
I don't think Idris Elba is as handsome as Jason Momoa.
I think Idris Elba is very handsome.
Give me a
Elba's
role he was
better.
in where he was super handsome.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Every single one of them.
Prometheus, he was fucking cool.
He was in Prometheus?
No, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see him being the same level of attractive.
He's like the Black George Clooney.
No, he's not. No.
He looks like he's got a mature look to him that looks very attractive. That's what I mean.
I'd say Idris Elba needs to go.
I'm saying Jason Momoa, so that's one vote for Jason, that's one vote for Idris.
I'd also, if it was up to me, it's a tough list, and I don't mean to disappoint the 3% women listening, but I'd also have to go Jason Momoa.
I am not kicking off
Momoa,
Jason
Kyle.
Momoa. It's Idris Elba on
Kaya,
my
can
part
you
too.
join the anti-Idris Elba club?
Yeah, it's Idris. Get rid of him.
Yeah, it's Idris. It's a tie. All right, here's how we'll break this. We get rid of them both, and we find someone to take their place. Someone we haven't thought of
But
yet.
that's not fair to Idris.
That's not fair to Jason, but we're compromising.
Wait, so George should go then, because he's at 10.
You're right. You're actually completely right.
At that point, in this kind of situation, I'd say drop Clooney.
Yeah. Kaya, can you believe these fuckwits want to get rid of Jason Momoa off the top 10 list? Like, seriously?
Have you watched Aquaman? Come on.
God, he's so stupidly attractive.
Hey, I think he's super attractive. I just think Elba's more attractive. So are
Fine,
we dropping
yeah,
George Clooney from the list?
Drop Clooney. That's
drop
fine.
Clooney.
All right.
But now I'm not sure.
We have our
now
top 10.
I think Clooney's more attractive than Elba.
Well,
Okay,
now you
how
guys
about-
watch. You guys watch. We're gonna have the episode come out, and the feedback's gonna be nothing but: are these guys fucking blind? Hugh Jackman, Jason Momoa, ew, yucky. What are they
No, I
thinking?
want that. You know how... I don't care, man. Just like how everyone put their own legs in our subreddit in the comment section, put your favorite handsome actor in the subreddit.
Yeah,
I want to see what
yeah.
people think and vote on the ones you agree with. Don't double post.
Yes.
Don't don't post the same photo or a different one. Upvote the ones you agree with, and let's see what
Yeah.
our audience thinks is the hottest
Also-
Find
one.
the definitive list
imagine-
among the
also
audience
you
to see
get-
how it correlates to ours.
You get double points if you're attracted to men. Like if you're a woman or you're a gay
No, you
man.
don't.
Or
You
any
still
of that.
get 1 point. No,
Oh,
you
they-
get one upvote.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Why
what
the
is
fuck
that?
does that matter?
The fuck is that about?
Fine.
Imagine if Henry Cavill goes on his own Reddit account to post his face. Come on, please vote for me. I
I'm
love
gonna be
this show.
posting mine.
No, don't do that, because then obviously as a meme, people are gonna vote you to the top. That kind of
As a
throws it
meme,
out the
okay,
window.
words can hurt.
Well, that was rude.
And yet it's true. We know it's true.
Ooh.
I have to bring the bad news. I know, but we can't. None of us can post our photos, or especially like Charlie. Charlie would go to number 1 instantly just by numbers alone.
That was sweet, man. I'm
It's
glad you
true
think I'm
though.
so good looking.
I
No, it's only because they're suck ups.
keep
Yeah.
the sanctity
he
of the
thinks I'm good
competition.
looking.
Don't post our photos or any of that. Actually, go for it. Actually,
Post
cast
your own
vote.
photos
Yeah.
if you're super attractive.
Probably shouldn't dox yourselves.
Yeah. I don't want to see it become a meme where it's like, oh, number 1 is the 4 boys, number 2 is like Bruce, or what's his name, Steve Buscemi. Like, no, I
that would
want
be
to see
so
the
terrible.
actual top. Yeah, it's what
Getting a
happens every
compliment.
time. It's not why I'm saying. I just want to see what
Alrighty,
the
so-
actual results are.
Can we focus on the task at hand? I'm getting antsy here.
All right,
George
do it.
Clooney is off the list, or no? George Clooney's on the list. Fuck you guys. He's the most attractive. He's like frequently said to be the most attractive man alive.
How
Yeah,
about
he's like
we
the
get rid
bar.
of? How about we get rid of
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman for George Clooney? Could you see that?
I'm okay. I'm okay
I'm
with that.
okay with that.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Where's
So
the
George
updated
Clooney shouldn't
list?
be at 10 then, I think.
Give us an update here. I'm still seeing
All
Tom
right,
Cruise in
I
here.
got it. That is not in order, but that is our current top 10.
Where'd you? Oh,
I put it in the group.
So George,
oh, sorry, in the
I
wrong chat.
reposted it. George Clooney at 10. No.
Henry.
Do you think Jason Momoa and Idris Elba are more attractive than George Clooney?
Yes.
No.
I do.
Absolutely.
Well,
Okay. I also
not in
think
his
they're both
prime.
more. I think they're both more attractive than Michael B. Jordan. I think he should be number 9.
He should be last.
Okay.
Who do you think
Under
should
George
be 10
Clooney?
then? I'm talking about Michael B.
We're
Jordan.
back
You
where
said
we
he should be
started.
number 9. Who's uglier than Michael B. Jordan on this list?
I
Who
thought we
didn't-
put Clooney at. I thought we put Clooney at 10.
Yeah, Clooney. I think Michael
the
B. Jordan
fuck?
is stupid good looking.
You
I
can
agree.
look
I
like
think-
him if you just eat a beehive. I really don't get it.
I can get those muscles and that facial structure.
Okay, I'm
by
not talking
eating
about his
bees.
muscles. I'm not talking about him working out. I'm talking facial structure.
It's a combination of everything, though, Kyle.
Well, okay, Jason
creates
Momoa could
perfect
squeeze
looking
the
man.
life out of every man on that list.
That's not all that. That's not the whole thing. Like otherwise, The Rock would be number 1.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have the face to match like
his
Michael Jordan.
face isn't great and all that shit. We're talking full, complete package: facial structure, body, everything.
So who's 10?
Clooney.
Clooney.
1 vote for Clooney, 2 votes for Clooney. I'm fine with Clooney at 10. Let's put him on there.
All right.
All right, number 9.
I'd give that to Elba.
I'd say Michael B. Jordan. Or well, actually, yeah, Elba.
Jesus.
I'm fine with Elba.
All right.
8.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I think Michael B. Jordan.
I'd go with Michael B. Jordan.
just-
Actually, yeah.
just looking
I
at the
can't see
list.
him beating the others here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the list is just too good.
Yeah.
All right, Michael B. Jordan at number 8.
Jake Gyllenhaal, number 7.
Fuck no.
No,
he's top,
hang on. Yeah,
he's
we got to
top
talk
5.
about this
No.
one. We got to talk
No,
about
are you
this
kidding
one.
me?
Yeah.
Who's Jake Gyllenhaal beating out of Momoa, Efron, Hemsworth, Beckham, Pitt, and Cowell?
I need an updated list now.
I can't keep up with the math.
Just take the 3 that we set out.
Here, there's the Jesus Discord formatting posts. There we go.
Yeah, that
There's
works.
the updated list with ordering.
Well, how about we work our way from top to bottom? Henry Cavill is obviously number 1.
Yes, I
Agreed.
would agree.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Not you got to speak objectively, and I think objectively he'd probably be number 1 right now.
It's not just that it's objective, it's just hard because they're all such like Greek Adonises. They're so
Yeah.
fucking attractive.
All right,
It's
under
hard to, like,
him is
separate it.
probably Brad Pitt. Because that man,
I would say-
you have to give him points because he has been one of the most attractive men on earth for his entire life.
Imagine having a career like that where you're just known as just one of the most attractive men on the planet.
Yeah.
What a life.
I think Jake Gyllenhaal is more attractive than Brad Pitt though.
You think
Disagree.
Disagreed?
Yeah, I disagree.
Oh, he's so hot though. All right. Well, if you guys want him there, I'm fine with it.
Kaya, do you have an opinion on Brad Pitt? Where he should go?
Hang on, I'm googling. Let's see.
Because he still
Crunching
looks
numbers.
Yeah, he still looks good.
Fuck,
He's
this is a
looked good
tough
for-
one.
I know he's looked good forever. No matter what he does, he looks attractive.
Shit. We're at a conundrum. I don't know, man. This is like fucking voting for the president or Brexit or something. Hang on, I have to refresh my Jake Gyllenhaal memory.
He's had so many different looks too. Brad Pitt has, and they've all looked good.
Yep.
So I think
Yeah, I
personally
can't think
for
of his-
me,
he's even
if I had a gun to my head, like fuck, marry, kill, I have to marry one of these men, it would be Jake.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is more attractive than Brad Pitt at a base level.
Let me see my Jake Gyllenhaal memory.
He look at Jake Gyllenhaal. Just Google him. It's just
He looks good
See,
with
the
a little
pro-
bit of
the
scruff on his
problem-
face, that 5 o'clock shadow or more, and a little
Yeah.
bow tie or
it's that
something.
that cute little smile too.
That's the problem, though, that he still has that boyish kind of you're so funny,
Brad
Jake.
Pitt
look.
doesn't?
And it.
Brad Pitt has
Brad
the
Pitt's
most
seasoned.
boyish
But yeah,
face.
Brad Pitt is
Brad Pitt's
seasoned.
got that little bit of hardness to him, which is like tough and cool. Whereas Jake, I don't think he does. You know what I'm saying?
Jake
This is
can
hard
though.
and tough.
That's him
Yeah,
when he's
I
like
love
16. That's him when he's like a kid. Come on.
That's kind of what I remember
here.
him from, is just young. I don't know.
Look at that.
Well, don't say look at that. It's a podcast.
Yeah, look at everyone listening, look at that.
Just look up Jake Gyllenhaal. Just you'll find it. You'll know what I'm talking about. Damn, I wish we had a set. This would be so fun with a set if we could pull up images and shit.
That would be really fun.
All right, look. I'll give Jake Gyllenhaal top 3, but I don't think he's higher than Brad Pitt. I can't put him higher.
I'll level with you, Andrew. We can compromise here.
Yeah.
Now think about this: Jake Gyllenhaal at 2 and Brad Pitt at 3.
What a fucking great compromise. There's like a part of my soul that's screaming out if you ever try to put him above Brad Pitt. I can't think of a man above him besides Henry Cavill. I just can't. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit.
Jake.
You know what, Andrew? I think I can as well. Just give it to Jake, if only to satisfy
that's 3 for
Jackson.
Jake.
Only if Brad goes 3, then I'll give it to him.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Well, wait a minute.
Actually,
There's
no,
still
just to
Jason
add
Momoa.
insult to injury, I'm putting him down below.
No,
He's going to 5.
No.
No.
Okay.
I'll save you, Brad. Just call me on my phone and we'll talk about it.
So Jason Momoa or Brad Pitt? Let's compromise.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's number 3
Pitt,
for sure.
Yeah, Brad Pitt.
Oh my God, guys! Thank you in the chat. We forgot Ryan Reynolds.
No,
I
we
mentioned him
didn't.
multiple times.
You did?
He just doesn't
agreed
go on
that
this
he's
list.
not quite to the level.
Oh, I thought he is. Okay.
You can't compete with the big boys on this one.
All right, that's fine.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, so we still have Chris Hemsworth, Zac Efron, Jason Momoa, and David Beckham.
I think
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth is the least attractive out of those 4.
I think Beckham is under Chris.
no, Beckham looks like a fucking god.
If I had my way, it would probably go.
That was so primal.
I know.
Kaya.
Kaya's getting horny.
Chris Hemsworth plays a god. David Beckham actually looks like one.
If I had my way, I would probably go Efron, Beckham, Hemsworth, Momoa in that order.
What, Momoa at the top?
No. From top to bottom with the spots we have left, I would go Efron, Beckham, Hemsworth, Momoa.
That's stupid.
I think Beckham above all of them.
I'd be fine with Beckham going above those. Yeah.
Let me look
Yeah.
at Beckham one more time. Let me refresh my
David
Beckham memory.
Beckham. You're not even looking at him. I've got all of these people up on my monitor right now.
Beckham,
In separate quadrants.
Zach, Jason, Chris.
Oh my God, Beckham! Wow, Beckham really is okay. Yeah, Beckham next. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Zac Efron, Chris sounds about the most accurate.
No, Zach
I think
Efron, Jason, then
I think
Chris.
Momoa at 7.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm confused at which way are we going now? though?
Okay,
who's
so
7?
so
Kyle?
here's a recap. We have Henry Cavill at number 1, Jake Gyllenhaal at 2, Brad Pitt at 3, David Beckham at 4. Then going to the bottom, we have George Clooney at 10, Idris Elba at 9, and Michael B. Jordan at 8. We need a 5,
Yes.
6, and 7.
Yeah,
I'd
which is
say-
Chris Hemsworth,
Zach.
Zach, and Momoa.
God, Chris
Yeah,
does
I think
not look
Zach,
that good.
Jason, Chris.
Yeah, he does, man.
I agree.
Oh, he does.
I agree. Zach Efron at 5 though, and then Chris Hemsworth, and then Jason Momoa at 7. Are we
So
in
what-
agreement?
I agree with that.
All right, here's the final list. Ready? Number 1. No, I'll start at 10 for dramatic flair. 10 is George Clooney. 9 is Idris Elba. 8 is Michael B. Jordan.
You guys are fucking idiots.
7 is Jason Momoa. 6 is Chris Hemsworth. 5 is Zac Efron. 4 is David Beckham. 3 is Brad Pitt. I'm starting to think Beckham could be above Pitt now too. 2 is Jake Gyllenhaal. And 1 is Henry Cavill. Agreed? Is that the official listing?
It'll stand.
It'll work. Yeah.
The fact that you
I'm okay
put
with it.
George Clooney, the man who had headlines written about him just because he stopped philandering and married and settled down, and every woman on the planet was jealous of the woman who finally got George Clooney to settle down, and you put him at number 10 underneath a guy who slaps beehives for a living. It's a farce. This is rigged. It's rigged. You guys talked about this beforehand, didn't you? Is this a prank?
No, I just think Clooney's he's good, obviously. That's which is why he's on this list. But I mean, look at him. He looks like a state senator that's falling on hard times these days.
No, we're talking about his
the stress of
prime.
his job is
I'm not
too
talking
much.
about these days.
Well, even in his prime, I didn't care too much
Oh,
for the black
him in
hair.
Oh, come on.
I think the gray hair's always looked better on him.
All right, well, that's our list. Remember to comment your list below.
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid.
Tell us.
Hashtag Bgate. This game was rigged from the start.
Man, the 5% of female listeners we have must be ecstatic right now.
Yeah, you got your money's worth. They're either ecstatic or
Just
just
fucking
absolutely
elated.
infuriated.
Wow, that really was an hour of talking about.
Oh, hell yeah, it was.
Deleting their pledges. Fuck this.
Jason Momoa should have been number 2.
I feel like a
you
lot
know,
of them
I
are
feel-
going to tell us that Henry Cavill, while he is objectively very good looking, is also just too boring looking for them or something. I feel like that's going to be an opinion we're going to hear.
Absolutely.
He's so
You
good
know,
looking,
boys,
he's
I am
almost too
starting-
good looking. He looks like a
He
human
wraps
Ken doll.
around.
Yeah. He's good looking, but too good looking. That makes him ugly.
I feel like that is
Looking at him
something that
now,
could
Not
happen.
ugly, but
Yeah, looking at him in
Just-
Google Images, I'm starting to think he is a bit too plain
No,
to make,
no, keep
make
scrolling.
number 1.
You've lost your goddamn mind.
I Googled him while we were debating just to make sure he's number 1, and after a page and a half of scrolling, I was confirmed. It's hard to beat. It's real hard to beat that.
it's impossible to beat. I'm just saying. I think that a lot of people are going to agree and say we're right. He's completely. Yeah, it's not an opinion. He's just fucking good looking, but he also looks. He's not human. Almost looks like a Barbie doll or a Ken doll, or whatever. Like a doll in human.
Have you seen him? Well, on that note, though, then they could just look at him in a different role. Have you seen him as Geralt in The Witcher?
Yeah,
It's a totally different look.
and he still looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's
God,
just so
that's so fucking
uber
lucky.
humanly
Yeah.
handsome. It doesn't matter what you slap on him. You could be wearing
Jesus,
a potato
look at that
sack and he's
chin.
gonna look good.
You know, boys, when I brought up Simon Cowell's droopy face, I didn't think it would lead to an hour-long topic about
Oh yeah,
handsome
he's
men.
number 11.
Simon
Yeah,
Cowell.
he was supposed to
Yeah.
be on.
That is bro. I'm really afraid that we've missed someone really obvious, and we're gonna be like our reputation is gonna sink because of this.
God,
Yeah,
that'd suck not being talked about as the leading expert in good-looking men. Hate to lose that title.
Jeff Goldblum.
no.
No,
are you
Jesus.
talking about?
Is that an actual consideration? What the fuck, Jackson?
Yeah, are you retarded? What?
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good now.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he
He
always
looks
looks
funny, not good.
There's a difference. There's a difference between looking good and looking handsome. Any man with enough effort can look handsome, but to look good is different.
Agreed.
How does this not look good?
Look again. He looks handsome. It's a nice
I think
hairstyle.
Jackson just likes men that remind him of his father.
I think a lot of people are gonna bring up. Some people might bring up Johnny Depp because we didn't even touch
disagree.
on it.
Maybe
It's gonna be
maybe,
Michael
but-
Fassbender. Oh, my handsome boy. Dang it! I would have petitioned on your behalf, Michael, if I had thought of you. Damn it!
Oh, he is pretty hot
That's
actually.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
fuck.
young Magneto. I'd let him bend my metal all
Shit.
day, if you know what I mean, ladies.
Why did you have to bring that up? We might have a contender that we have to squeeze in there.
Why are you?
It's too
why are you
late.
specifying?
Fuck,
The
he looks
list
so
is
good though.
finalized.
Is it? Okay, fuck. I'm filibustering. I will not let us talk about any other topic.
Wait, but Kai,
Consider
if
the
he
list
makes
with
the
Michael
list,
Fassbender.
if he makes the list, Kai, George Clooney has to go.
Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is again
It would-
rigged
It would shift
because
everyone
Michael B.
down.
Jordan being on the same page as these men is ridiculous. Fuck,
mean, I'm
Michael
still
Fassbender is a
kinda
cutie
in-
though.
I'm still kind of in Kaya's camp where I could see Michael B. Jordan having to leave.
You're gonna kick him out of the party.
From our personal male
Sorry,
harem.
so you have to go.
I think Michael B. Jordan's a
Call the
very
bouncers.
or no. It's not Michael B. Jordan. I got confused on the rankings. Idris Elba is the one I'm not convinced on. Michael B. Jordan, yes. Idris Elba, no. I don't think he
Jesus.
belongs.
I think Idris definitely makes it.
I think he does for sure.
Could you be so wrong about everything?
Oh, Kaya, did you know that Michael Fassbender is married to Alicia Vikander, Lara Croft?
Really? Oh, she's a cutie
That's such
too.
a power couple.
Yeah.
That is a power couple and a fucking half.
Dude, she's cute. Terrible
She's
fucking
hot
movies,
as-
but she's cute.
Yeah, it's wild.
God, they look
She
like
might
such a
even
good
make our
couple.
top 10 female list next week. Actually, that might be too objectifying. Maybe we'll get into trouble for that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can rank women by attractiveness, but you certainly can with men.
I'll rank the shit out of them.
That was a deep note to end on.
Fassbender has to be on this. Come on. No way he isn't.
It's too late. We've already etched the Ten Commandments.
It's been sent away. You can't unwrite a letter.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, you will always be me. My number. Let's see, what is it? My number 8 or 9. Wait, which one is Michael B. Jordan? He doesn't exist to me. I don't care.
You should walk up to him when you meet him and go, Mr. Fassbender, you are the 8th most attractive man I know.
On the planet, I mean,
very
that's still a
flattering.
fucking compliment.
That's pretty big, yeah.
I don't
That
give a
is pretty
shit.
big compliment, yeah.
Fuck you, Russia.
Hey,
hacked
what about
the
Harry
hackers.
Styles? Or is he too much of a boy?
No.
Harry Styles. I don't remember what he looks like. Let's see. Absolutely not. Are you out of your fucking mind, Jackson?
He's made the top
Jackson,
10
no.
He's made the top 10 list on the like magazines and shit.
What is he,
there's a whole
14?
movement to make pedophiles normal. Yeah.
Who is this?
He's 25.
But half the
He's
people
One
in
Direction.
Riverdale look better than
He's-
this.
He's friends with Zayn Malik.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's as good looking as Zayn Malik. I'm friends
I
with
agree.
people that are much better looking than me. It doesn't mean that I get more attractive.
I agree.
You can name
See,
me,
even
it's
this
okay.
list that even even this list that has Harry Styles at number 4 has fucking George Clooney at number 1.
Yeah, it's a dumb list.
Yeah, no shit.
Stupid list.
Henry Cavill's not even on here.
Then they're really fucking dumb.
See, I'm telling
Jamie
you guys,
Foxx
I
is on
feel like
here,
we're
he's
gonna
not
get some
attractive.
backlash because people are gonna tell us that Henry Cavill's just too bland. Something about him is off that we don't recognize immediately, but women feel like is just not that cool. I don't know. Also, I think,
Yeah, I'm really
God, you know what's gonna happen
concerned.
is that some of them are gonna tell us about men that we didn't even know existed who look like, you know, those K-pop stars who all look like women. I feel like our subreddit is gonna be spammed by them.
Yeah, I literally just looked up the rank.com, which is like a website based on like crowdsourced ranks or whatever for the most gorgeous, sexy men in the world. All 10 are K-pop stars. So
Oh, man. What is it about K-pop
Actually,
that just
no.
attracts them so much?
actually top 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely insane how wild K-pop fandom has gotten.
Yeah.
What's the website, Jackson? I'd be interested to see who's on there.
Here, I'll post it.
Yeah, that's helpful for a podcast.
I said ranker.com earlier. It's ranker.com/list/most handsome male celebrities 2019.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, hottest man
literally
of
the top
2019.
fucking 9 is
What
K-pop.
the fuck? So let's read these. Okay, does anybody know Kim Tae-young, Jimin, Jungkook, RM, Suga, J-Hope, Taehoon? Wait, I thought we read. They must be related. Jin, Yen Yun, Tom Holland. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is he
who's Tom Holland?
Spider-Man, how do you get in there?
Oh, I was waiting for that.
How do you get in there?
You started reading his name like you were reading K-pop.
Tom Holland.
came out of nowhere? I wasn't looking at the photos anymore because they all look the same. What the fuck?
He's attractive, but he's like 18 or so. He's too
I
young.
feel like this list is completely null and void, though, because it seems like it was voted on by 16-year-old girls.
For sure.
Well, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, which is what
I mean,
we'll
this
try
guy's
to
got a
hit.
cool name though.
I mean, every single teenage girl on the planet can name all of these K-pop stars, but everyone else, no.
This guy's got a fucking sick name. His name's G Dragon.
Oh, he's not K-pop. He's like a rapper. I've actually seen
do you
some
know
of his
that?
music. Because I've seen some of his music. I have a lot of friends who like
I
K-pop.
actually know some of these names as well, Kaya. These names are all over Twitter, like
Yeah.
Jin and J-Hope, Suga for sure. Those dudes take women's panties off just by existing.
Yeah.
So I'm a
Well,
visual
yeah, but they're
person.
all underage.
They all look the same though. Do they not?
It's
And
just
I'm
'cause
not
they
trying to
all
be
wear the same
racist against
hairstyle.
Asians. I'm trying to say that they all have the same style, which is the short, like bowl cut with a slight wave in it and makeup, and they all look like 14-year-old girls.
That's the style.
That's the style. Yeah, that's what's popular right there, right now in K-pop.
And also the most popular pose is when they're about to eat something, by the way. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah.
But that's always the
What do you
pose.
mean?
Well, look on this list. They're all about to eat something or put something in their mouth. That's the pose that really drives girls wild.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they've got roses up to their mouth, like they're about to munch down on that, and grapes. That's interesting.
It's such
Yeah,
a
this
odd
list is
Do you
style.
think it's
Like, I
because
don't-
the teens? Do you think it's because the teens like imagine like
Jackson.
a sexual act there?
Jackson, this
Is that what it
this
is?
list is entirely pointless. Number 44 is Big Bang, which is an entire K-pop band, not even a person.
Well, they're all hot, I guess.
Well, that's just efficient. Yeah.
All four of them combined. They're like Captain Planet.
This
Number 28
this guy's
is
name
Bang
is Jackson
Chan.
Wang.
Yeah.
Jackson Wang. God, they really all look the same though. Fuck, this has to be 16-year-olds or 14-year-olds voting on this exclusively, because I've never seen an adult woman in her like 40s lusting after K-pop stars.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing right now. That's the current thing among teenage girls and just teenagers in
And
general,
podcasters.
actually. Yeah, K-pop. It's what everyone
I don't
wants.
really understand why the hairstyle's so popular, though. I think it looks very goofy. Like they could
Which one?
look like the popular K-pop one, which is kind of like the really short, almost bowl cut that's always colored. It looks
Yeah.
so much better. Like they could all look significantly better if they had better hairstyles.
You could look
You, but not
different.
maybe.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is like scientifically accurate to being the most attractive individuals at the current time. Like they're born in a lab, pretty much.
What are you talking? Like K-pop?
Like I think this hairstyle. I think no, yeah. Like I think the marketers behind these K-pop groups have
Can we
discovered like the perfect formula to it,
can we
and
get
this hair is
one of
part
them?
of that perfect formula.
Can we get one of them on? Like, they're not big.
Oh hell no! Are you
We
kidding
would
me?
need a translator.
That's your issue there, Andrew.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that like they're the most sought after individuals in the world at the moment. I don't think they'd ever.
Yeah.
That's the only.
It's
That's the
just-
only problem. We just wouldn't know what they were saying.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's just too
just
much
I
work.
would find it fascinating to have one of these people on because they look so surreal to somebody like me. These made up, photoshopped faces, all with the same bowl cut, yet they command the attention of every girl under the age of 12 in the Western Hemisphere. This is
They do.
amazing.
Yeah.
This episode's gonna be called like the top 10 most attractive men in the world, and the thumbnail's gonna be Simon Cowell's melted face. I just realized because that's the only things we talked about.
No, let's still make it about Mads Mikkelsen, but with Simon's thumbnail, like we didn't know who he is.
I like Jackson's idea a
Yeah.
lot more. That's fucking awesome.
I love
That's
that.
because that happens immediately upon starting.
Oh man, this episode should just be titled "We're Gay."
You are.
Yeah, maybe.
I am an artisan admirer.
All right, do we have any
Yeah.
final topics?
Do we have any other topics? I didn't think that Simon Cowell's face, the one topic I brought, would bring this much discourse.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. Good,
I've-
good episode, Andrew.
Oh, I fucking pinpointed it like a laser
So
beam.
what else is super duper obscure to us in terms of a genre right now that we don't know because we're not 13 that young girls are super into?
E-celebrities
K-pop.
is the other big one.
No,
Let's
we
Players
know about
and
it.
all that shit.
No,
Yeah, okay. I thought you meant just in general, but yeah.
No, I mean something surprising like K-pop where we can't wrap our heads around why they will enjoy artists who look like them. All these
Well,
boys look
I
like
get it.
13-year-old girls.
I get it entirely. Back in the 90s, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys did the same thing, but now they're Asian. It's the only difference.
I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Can
I mean,
you
the
get
music's
plastic?
catchy. Have you heard any of the music? It's fine.
Oh, I love K-pop.
Yeah.
I don't check them out on Twitter, and I don't get involved in the drama about Kim Jong-un versus Kim Jong-il rap battle or whatever the fuck they do.
That's a very different rap battle. But like, let's take it in perspective. Imagine NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys came out today, and they were as popular as they were in the 90s. You absolutely know there would be social media uproars over everything they do, photos of everything, because there already were in magazines back then and websites.
Yeah,
it's just a different culture for the same phenomenon.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I get it.
I think it's more also people liking something that they find to be exotic. Like, ooh, I listen to music and worship people that aren't from the same country. That
Fuck, you're right. That's a good point. It's just female otakus. Busted the case wide open. Bada boom. 2 conspiracies solved in one episode. For, baby.
Mads Mikkelsen's lack of eyebrows and the K-pop appeal.
K-pop conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's definitely part of it.
All right. Yeah, let's wrap this up. People in the chat really want me to explain why no voicemails this episode. It's because we told you guys to call in with some roasts. We're currently trying to get the only moderator we have in our Patreon Discord to do an episode where he listens to them. Peanut Head, a.k.a. Brady, a.k.a. the fat fuck who's just been shouldering the burden of moderating our Discord, which you can be a part of at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. So once we have all the roasts...
That's where we are currently.
Yes, we're doing this live, dropping all the links in our chat and, reading what our people are saying here.
Interacting with them.
If you sent in a funny roast, I'm going to play it if it makes us laugh. If it's vicious and funny enough. Yeah, that's about it. Do we have anything else to plug? Promote?
Okay.
We have a schedule now if you want to... Do we want to mention that?
Yeah. I mean, we record every Sunday at 11 a.m. now on the Patreon, and you can listen in live if you're a patron.
Yeah.
On Discord. So there's a set time so that everyone knows when to show up.
Yeah,
you can listen live. It's fun.
11 a.m. Eastern. That should be 10 Central every Sunday in our patron Discord, and also every other Saturday we record a bonus at the same time. Tune in live, and tell us who the hottest man is in your opinion on our subreddit and Discord and Twitter and everywhere. You can spam handsome men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
#BK.
We'll see you next week, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jake Gyllenhaal, for existing.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Michael Fassbender.
Bye.